Welcome back to Retro ReWire. My name is JJ. This time we find ourselves in Satte in Saitama. Pretty cool store here. So let's go ahead and go inside, and we're going to start here with the modern or the newer games display case. Most of these are new. Some of these are a little bit retro, but right away, I guess we're going to start with something that's a little bit more vintage. Is the PlayStation Portable. We got a nice assortment, as you will see here shortly. And some of these, one of them in particular really blew me away. But here we have a PS Vita, the slimline model, the 2000 model, I believe, for $9,000. And that's actually going to be a little bit lower than I've seen in a long time. And then in the back, we have the original unit for 8,000 yen. Next to a few of the memory cards. Now, the 32 gig card there up front is going to be about 5,000 yen. So not too bad of a price there. But here down below, we have some more PlayStation Portable units. And then here in the Pumpkin Spice, this orange business, this particular unit is definitely going to be the one that stands out. I have not seen this color before, and that thing is a thing of beauty, in my opinion. And then we have a few of the memory cards for the PlayStation Portable, with one being 32 megabytes there in the back for 300 yen. Not sure what you can really do with that. Maybe save a couple of Word documents, but here we have a few more loose games mainly for the 3DS, the DS, and Vita. And now here we're gonna make our way into some Switch items. We have the Switch Lite. I haven't really messed with the Switch Lite, as I just have the original unit. But the Switch Lite is at the moment something that I'm not really too interested in personally. And then we have a few loose games there. And then here we have some kind of Pokemon edition coming in at 18,000 yen. And then here the 3DS. Now the original 3DS unit, that's definitely gonna be my favorite model for when it comes to 3DS. Although I do like the smaller version of the new 3DS. I think that one has really nice ergonomics and a nice balance. And then we have a few Game Boy, or a couple of Game Boy, Game Boy Colors there. And I'm not really sure what those little Pokeball watch things are. Kind of interesting. And then next to that, we have a few DS games. And then, what is this business? The Game & Watch, which that was released a few months back. And then we have this Pikachu controller for the Switch. And then down below, we have the teal green GameCube controller there. And just a whole bunch of controllers, for the Switch, for the PlayStation 4, and the PlayStation 3. In fact, for the PlayStation 3, those two controllers up front, the blue and the purple, those things are freaking awesome looking. And then we're going to make our way into the junk section. And then before we dive deep into the junk section, I just want to show off the testing station. And here, you can test and plug in stuff. They have all the cables that you need. Sometimes they even have a TV. But as you can see, batteries, cables just kind of everywhere. And they even have a multimeter, so you can definitely test things out. So here we have the junk case. And in most cases, a lot of the stuff in here does work. There are small issues, or sometimes it's just untested. Like here, we have the Casio MSX coming in at 7,000 yen. It powers on, but they just didn't test it, and most likely because they don't have any software on hand. But here, speaking of software, we have a variety of games and movies and a few handheld units here. And again, a lot of these handheld units are going to be working. There's just small issues. And some of these issues are definitely repairable. So this is definitely... sometimes this is a great way to get like here, for example, like I've always wanted this color of PSP. And here, this thing works. It's 5,000 yen. But no battery, and it's just sold without any accessories, and that's why it's been marked down and put in the display case, because it is incomplete. This one here, it wasn't loading games, but it does power on. But if you install Homebrew or the like on there, you could probably just boot everything from the memory card, and that's 1,000 yen. That's not too bad there. And that's going to be the similar things going on with these other PlayStation or portable units. And both of those are 2000 models. And then here, this one, this 3DS coming in at 3,000 yen. It does load games. It's just that the left trigger is having issues according to their little sign there. And then we have a couple of VMUs. Always nice to see those. And then we're gonna make our way into the junk section. And here, you know, again, a lot of these consoles do work. In fact, I've bought all my PlayStation 2 consoles in Japan straight from the junk section. In fact, recently I bought one for 500 yen, and it's the 18,000 model unit, the one just before they added the expansion bay for a hard drive. But here we have like a bunch of boxed rhythm accessories, as well as a Super Scope 6. Now this thing is coming in at 1,000 yen, as you will see here, and this is most likely there because, you know, who has a CRT nowadays? And without a CRT, at the moment, it's pretty much useless. But maybe that will change in the future with the advancements in emulation. And then here we have the Dance Dance Revolution Mario, and then we're gonna make our way into the junk bins. And then I just want to add, this episode is going to be divided into 2 parts, and I'll show a sneak peek for the next episode. But let's just dive in deep here, because I found a couple of games that were interesting to me, which are these Call of Duty games. And the interesting thing about them is that they're the North American version, and each is coming in at 100 yen, which is what, like 70 yen nowadays. So that's not too bad of a price there. And those games were pretty fun. And then we have Gold Edition of RE5 for another, like essentially like 80 cents. And then just a whole bunch of loose handheld games. You can spend quite a bit of time, and these are definitely worth looking through, because I found a few gems in here before, and it's definitely something that I always make a note when going to a new hard office, checking these loose handheld games, as well as like the PlayStation 1 and Sega Saturn bins. Those are definitely also worth looking at. But here we're gonna take a look at a few I guess cables and a few other accessories, like the Sega Saturn stunner here, coming in at 300 yen. And in most cases these things do work, and that's not too bad of a price there for the stunner. And it comes in black. I think in the States it was orange. And then of course, you know, like there's always going to be tons and tons of Super Famicom controllers. Sometimes they're as low as 100 yen. Here, as you can see, it's 300 yen. And then here we have an OEM PlayStation S-Video cable. Now look at the quality of this thing. Now I do have a copy of one of these cables, and these cables are great. They're definitely worth it. You know, the quality of that cable is definitely well built. But S-Video is definitely a nice connection type. And then here we have some kind of a plug that is for a cell phone that connects to the, judging by the little molding there of the PlayStation 1 controller, it's during the PS1 era when, you know, cell phones were becoming more commonplace. But I haven't seen that kind of cable before. And then we have a 360 complete in the box, and then we have that white PlayStation for 3,000, but 6,000 yen for this 360, and it works. And then we're gonna make our way into the CDs, just like in the intro, as you saw. I just want to touch base with this Super Mario Land. This is Ambassadors of Funk, featuring MC Mario. And if we look at the track list in the back, you know, not very many tracks. There's 4, but I haven't seen this, so it's kind of interesting. And then this particular location had a ton of anime figures and the like. We have Pokemon, we saw Zoro there, and then of course they had Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z. And then this particular, these are like lottery prizes here, so those are definitely going to be a little bit more expensive. But they had a ton of wrestling figures here, which is something that I haven't seen before at any other hard off. And then the interesting thing about it is it's a lot of the wrestlers, you know, Cactus Jack there, Hulk Hogan, a lot of wrestlers that are famous, you know, back home in the States. You know, we have Sting, we have Rock in the back, and then we're going to have a look here at The Undertaker. But interesting, I haven't seen like something like that before. But anyhow, next episode, this is going to be in 2 parts. In the next episode, we're going to take a look at the game aisle. This is going to be the meat and bones of this store. Lots of hardware and, of course, software. And we can't be without the retro display case. Now, this thing was a thing of beauty. But that's going to be in the next episode. So I just want to thank you for sticking around this long. My name is JJ. Please consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it. And I hope to see you all very, very soon. Ciao.